Sure.
All right.
Hi,
Good
Lance.
morning, everybody.
Hey guys.
Good morning.
Hey guys.
Hey,
Is my
so
haircut?
we're all really excited to be here. Lance is going to take us on a walk. Also,
Wait,
don't
what?
forget Friday night is Buddy Club and Action Club, so make sure to log in. We're going to turn the time over to Lance.
Hey, thanks.
Okay.
What's up,
Lance,
guys?
you like
How
my
you guys doing?
haircut? Good. How are you?
Yeah, it looks good. I'm doing good, thank you. So I'm gonna give you guys a heads up now. For the next probably couple months, I can't do anything too strenuous. I actually have to have a surgery. I have a hernia. Happened when I was working in my backyard. So I have to go to the doctors on Friday, and they're gonna do a consultation for the surgery. But I could walk still and everything. So we might be doing more walks. We might be doing more classes, just talking about healthy eating and just dieting and all that. But right now,
What is a hernia?
it's like when your intestines inside, like they're still inside your body, but like they kind of pop out a little bit. Like you can kind of see a bump in between. I have like a groin hernia. So it was a bump between my abdomen and my thigh. So it was a bump, and I think what happens is like the muscle, like that's supposed to keep it in place, like it's damaged or something, if I'm not mistaken. And then like it's just like a bump that comes out. And if left, they're pretty common. If they're left untreated, they
Does it
can be
hurt?
like pretty. Yeah, it could hurt. I feel discomfort, but I don't want to stop working out, and walking is something the doctor said I can do. So everyone's miles varies, you know, because what might be hurting for someone might not hurt for someone else. And sometimes the hernias can be really problematic. Thankfully, mine isn't like too complicated right now, so that's why I need to take care of it. Because if I don't take care of it, it can get pretty bad to the point where it's life-threatening. But anyway, what's up?
I hope you'll be okay, brother.
Hey, thanks. I should be fine. But I kind of want to make this still like a fun class, so I want to engage you guys in discussion. And I have my iPad with me, so I'm just walking around my neighborhood so that way I can take my iPad with me. I wanted to talk to you guys about myths and facts about healthy eating. So, hey Ryan, do you guys know what some like facts are, or what people say you should do in order to eat healthy?
No.
Exercise.
Exercise.
So exercise is an important part. That's the physical aspect of it. And the thing is that you cannot outwork a bad diet. So you could work out all you want, but if your eating habits are not in place, those workouts won't be very effective. There's a term that people use, or not a term, a phrase, and people say that abs are made in the kitchen and not in the gym. So that means, again, I could work out super hard, but if I'm eating way more calories than I'm exerting, I'm not going to have the physical benefits visible on my persons. So a big thing that people say you should do is to make sure you keep that diet in check. So I'm going to have a little discussion with you guys, and I'm going to tell you guys some myths and facts about healthy eating. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are cool with that? Yeah. Okay. Whew. Sorry. All right. So one myth is that eating at night causes weight gain. Have you guys heard that before?
No.
You guys ever heard that? So that's something a lot of people say. A lot of people say like, oh, you shouldn't eat past 6 o'clock or whatever because your metabolism slows down and you hold on to the food and it becomes and gets stored as fat faster. So, well, that was a myth, right? So the fact is that the answer is kind of complex, and it does depend on your personal eating habits. So in theory, as long as you don't exceed your daily calorie intake, which everybody's is different, you shouldn't gain weight. However, like nighttime eating, it tends to be a little more complicated. Most people find themselves getting the munchies after dinner or before bed, and it might be because they're bored during that time, or they might have certain cravings that they want to fulfill. So how many of you guys like to eat desserts after dinner?
I do.
Got a sweet tooth, right?
I do, but I don't often. I'm not often to do that often.
Yeah, I know. I feel you. And guys, I'm the same way. After I had dinner last night, I had a small bowl of ice cream. So we all kind of like that. And the thing is, if you don't check that, if you don't put that in check, it becomes mindless snacking. And you might not be aware of how many calories you take in. So I can go to before COVID, Kayla and I, every 2 weeks, we would go to the movies. But before the movies, we'd go to dinner. And we'd go to dinner, we eat a pretty high calorie meal. But during the movie, what am I doing? I'm eating tons of popcorn. I'm eating tons of candy. And because I'm watching a movie, I'm not paying attention to how much I'm putting in my body.
Yeah.
And that's the mindless snacking. People don't realize it, but you could just keep eating and eating and eating, and you're not realizing how many calories you're taking in. So, in addition to the mindless snacking, you might even still feel full the next morning, and you might not want to eat breakfast. And when that happens, that can throw off your daily eating habits and cause weight gain. So it's important for your body, in order to feel the full effects of healthy eating, you have to stick to a particular schedule. Now, that's not to say you can't snack. You can still snack. But it's about moderation. And if you're not going to practice moderation, it's about what you're putting into your body. Because I could have tons of carrots and grapes, and I'll be eating a whole bunch of it, and I'm not eating more than like maybe 200 calories. Versus if I'm eating a plate of chips and some cookies, I'm eating almost 800 calories without realizing it. So that's the first myth. So the first myth, eating at night causes weight gain? Not really. It's about your caloric intake and your eating habits. So what do you guys think about that part?
Yep.
That's good.
Are we all guilty of mindless eating?
Yep.
I know I am.
Guilty.
I am too. That's why it's dangerous. When the restaurants were open, it was dangerous for me to have like a bowl of unlimited chips and salsa, because I'll tear that thing up. I'll get tons of chips before my food finally comes. All right. So here's another myth. You guys know what kale is?
No.
You guys don't eat kale?
No.
No.
Okay, that's okay.
Are you about to tell us a lie? Because
It's a good.
I'm about to tell you a myth about kale. So we all know
Like
kale is
dirt?
like a. Huh?
Isn't
Does
that a
it taste like
name?
dirt? That's true.
Hold on.
dude,
Well, okay, hold on. So let me just tell you guys the myth. Okay, so we all know it's like a super green, right? And greens are like healthy. Some people think, and this is the myth, people think that kale is the healthiest green. So you may not have known that one. But I eat tons of kale. I eat tons of kale because I think it's the healthiest green. But the CDC recently released like a list of fruits and vegetables. And that refers to the number of like daily nutrients that are packed into the vegetables, whatever. But is kale really the superfood that we believed it to be?
No.
Well,
maybe so.
Actually, no, it is. So kale like does have an abundance of nutrients like vitamin A, vitamin K, vitamin C, B6, manganese, calcium, folate. But what's it called? Watercress may only have a 4 calorie per cup to kale's 33 calorie. So The thing is that although kale is like super healthy, watercress
What
is
is
even
that?
more healthy when you consider the benefits you get and then the calorie that you take in. So, what's that? What's up, Clifford?
I'm gonna let you guys go for right now because I want to eat breakfast. I haven't had a chance to do that yet, so is that
Okay,
I'll see you this
Fine.
afternoon, of course.
that's fine. Go ahead. We'll see you
Bye,
later.
Clifford.
See you later. Bye. Bye.
Kale is a super green. It's a super food. But watercress, which is in the cabbage family, it has just like the same amount of nutrients that kale does, but the calories are significantly less when you put it into like a measurement of like a cup. So is kale the healthiest? It's super healthy, but it's not the healthiest. So I recommend you guys try kale. You guys don't eat kale?
No.
Not if I can
Try it
help it.
out.
Only when Jamba Juice puts it in stuff. Otherwise,
that.
Oh God. Oh wow. So this is like what I use kale for. I'll
Yeah.
put a little bit in my salad. You could put a little bit in your sandwich.
What about
Um,
spinach? Is it equivalent?
What about what?
Spinach. Is it equivalent to nutrients?
Yes.
Yeah.
No. Like spinach is super healthy. That's like one of the other top ones.
It tastes better
do
than
you-
kale. That's why I asked.
agree.
Oh yeah, I definitely
Yes.
agree. I definitely agree. Can you guys see me?
No.
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 Hold
Not
on.
yet.
I think my phone is trying to connect to the Wi-Fi. Hold on, because I'm by my house. Let me turn
That's
it
why
off.
Popeye ate spinach and not kale, because Popeye knew.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it does have potassium. It has magnesium. It has iron. And even in large like amounts, like a cup of kale has, I think has like a decent amount of protein. Not kale, spinach. It even has protein in it too. So no, spinach is also really healthy, and I agree with you on that. I can eat spinach like they're chips,
Yeah.
like just out of a bag.
Yeah.
And I've done that before, like when I was like super, like into eating healthy when I was first losing weight. I haven't done that in a while, but
Yeah, I
you can
remember
even make spinach and kale chips if you guys like season them and put them in the oven to bake, and they crisp up a little bit. Kind of sounds. It doesn't sound appealing, but it's actually pretty good.
that.
And you get a little crunch if you want to crunch. Again, I'm just letting you guys know right now.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you guys myths and facts, but that doesn't mean I'm
Yeah.
gonna follow it.
Me neither.
Just so you, this is just like it's
Yeah,
for your
sure.
knowledge, you know.
Not really.
Me neither. Cause I
So-
feel that I'm following good things.
What's that?
You're going back to your house now?
No, I'm still walking. I'm just going in a circle. This is where I live.
Roundabout deal.
Roundabout.
They have buses by your house.
Do I have what?
They have buses by your house. School buses.
Say what? School buses? There's one right there. A few of these people that live here are actually storage drivers and dial ride. There's a person up here that actually is a bus driver that dropped off in Modesto UCP. I forget her name, but
Gotcha.
she lives right here. She lives right here too. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna tell you guys another myth. Who here loves bread?
I do.
I do.
I love bread.
It's my
Now,
Yeah.
favorite thing.
it is seriously
Yes.
one of the hardest things for me to ever like limit or give up on if I'm trying to cut.
love bread.
I put
Because
on grilled
bread's
cheese.
it's the
I
best
can eat
thing.
bread all day long.
Can you
if I
have
want.
raisin
Same
bread?
here. What's that, Kim?
You can have raisin bread. That healthy.
Raisin bread? Raisin bread tends to be a little higher on the sugar side.
Talking about-
because it's the way it's processed too. And not just that, but the raisins themselves are also like, they're not just dried grapes the way the food industry makes them. They add a lot of stuff into it.
Yeah.
Lance,
Um,
sometimes remember, there's things they don't like. Sometimes they can be on a diet or something, huh?
yeah, sometimes it's important to do that. It just depends.
Huh.
Yeah, it just depends on what like the person needs to fit their diet. But the myth I was going to tell you guys is that a lot of people think that multi-grain breads are healthier than white breads. Did you know that was a myth?
No.
No.
It's a myth. So when people hear multi-grain, they tend to think like, oh, that's healthier because of the grains. But the way that they make multi-grain bread, they use the same processing and additives that they would normally use for white bread, which is known to be not the healthiest bread. It tastes the best to me, but it's not the healthiest bread. So even
Yeah,
if you're
I like
looking at
white
whole,
bread better.
yeah,
Yeah.
but they're both processed in a way to where they're not the healthiest for you. So if you're trying to eat a healthy bread, what you want to look at is labels that say 100% whole wheat. Not just whole wheat, but 100% whole wheat. So the thing with whole wheat is that contains like nutrient-rich bran and germ, and that helps reduce the risk of different diseases like heart disease and diabetes. So those tend, not gonna lie to you, 100% whole wheat will be a little higher in calorie than white bread, for example, and even some whole grain. But the way that it's made and the nutrients they contain are better for you. And I admit, I haven't bought white bread. Let me see. I haven't bought white bread since I lived with my family. And I moved out when I was 19. So since I was 19, almost 10 years, because I'll be 29 next month, I've been eating 100% whole wheat. And it does taste better. Now, that's not to say, again, I don't eat white bread or any other kind of bread. When I go to restaurants or when I'm at people's houses and they have food, I'm eating whatever they got.
Yep.
But again, just the myths and facts of some of that. Too bad Clifford left. This is a good one I was going to talk about. Who likes soda?
I
I
know
do.
I drink
Soda's
diet
good, huh?
soda.
You
Yeah.
drink diet soda, huh?
Yeah,
Soda.
Why do you drink
Good
diet
for
soda?
because on a diet.
It's good and healthy.
Lower in calorie, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to
Yeah.
lower my calorie.
I feel you. I am.
Coke or the Pepsi.
Pepsi. You guys, I just want to let you guys know, I'm not judging anybody. If anyone likes to drink soda, if anyone likes to drink juices or eat chips or cookies or ice cream junk, whatever,
Yeah. Juice
this
candy.
class isn't to make anyone feel bad. This class is not to judge anybody, because
That's
like
right.
I said earlier, I don't eat the healthiest all the time.
Yeah.
I really don't. That's why I gained like 20 pounds during this quarantine.
Yeah.
I'm just letting you guys know like myths and facts. It's just for your knowledge, and you choose to do whatever you want with it. But what I was going to tell you about soda is that a myth is people think that diet soda is better than regular soda. But it is true that it does have less calories.
Yeah.
Like that's for sure. But diet soda, it might seem like a good alternative if you're managing weight and like your hygiene, especially dental hygiene, like is what I mean.
Yeah.
But there are a lot more hidden harmful ingredients in diet soda than you think.
Yeah.
My doctor
because-
said I could drink diet sodas.
Yeah, and like I said, it might be depending on your, because it has its effects. Like it's fewer in calories, so if you're looking to watch your weight.
Yeah.
And then dental hygiene, it has different stuff in it that is better for you dental wise. But the artificial sweeteners that they tend to use instead of sugar to make it sweet, it does wreak havoc on your body. And actually, it does on your teeth too. People might not think it does, but it really, in actuality, it does. Because it makes your body actually crave sugar more so, because you're not getting the real stuff. And that might lead to overeating and taking in sweets of other stuff. that will not be like the best for you. So studies have shown like that there have been a positive correlation between weight gain and diet soda.
Can you
So-
eat vegetables to lose the weight?
So like I said earlier,
Good.
actually I didn't mention this yet. You can't eat junk food and then eat vegetables to think, oh, this is gonna knock it out. It won't. You have to get rid. If you're really trying to lose weight, if that's your goal, again, not judging anybody, this is just information.
Yeah.
If your goal is to lose weight, there are no shortcuts. You have to change your eating habits. So you can't eat a piece of cake or a burger and then say, oh, that was good. Well, I feel bad. Let me eat some salad to counteract that, because it won't counteract that. You're adding calorie on top of calorie at that point. Now, if you want to make subtle changes to start you off, oh yeah, go for it. If you're gonna have a burger and you're trying to make some changes, use a 100% whole wheat bun. That's what I use. Don't put any cheese on it if you don't want cheese, because it's added fats. Add some tomato, add some lettuce to it. Instead of having fries on the side, have a salad. Instead of drinking soda with it, a Coke, Pepsi, whatever, go ahead and have some water with it, you know?
Yep.
But that was just to answer your question, Kim. You just, if you're trying to lose weight, if that's anyone's particular goal, you got to cut out the bad stuff.
Yeah.
But anyway, going back to the soda thing, you know, regular soda isn't any better. You know, these are just facts. If you consume regular soda, if you consume soda regularly over a long period of time, it actually increases your chances of having a heart attack up to 20%, and even more likely to develop asthma, osteoporosis, and tooth cavities. So that's a 20%. That's a big jump versus not taking it in.
That's just from soda?
Yep.
Hey, Lance.
No.
Now,
I
what's
never
up, Brent?
I've never had any cavities here.
Yeah.
And that's good. And that's really good. And you know what? Some
Like-
people don't have to worry about cavities. I
Yeah,
have a
that's
friend that
different
doesn't ever
soda.
had a cavity, and he's in his
I brush
40s.
very well, like when I go to the dentist there.
Yeah.
And floss.
And that's good. And that's really good. I guess my only advice is that you never know how it's treating you inside.
Yeah.
And we're young now, but as we get older, those effects are going to start to show. So
Yeah.
again, I'm not saying this to judge anybody, because growing up, I drank soda my whole life. When I worked at Taco Bell, oh my God, I was drinking soda like nonstop. That Baja Blast that was free, oh my God.
Yep.
Tearing up their food all the time, oh my God.
No.
You know? So, but when I started to lose the weight when I was 21, I cut out soda. And I can count on one hand how many times I've had soda in the last
3 days.
8 years. I can count on one hand how many times I've had soda in the last 8 years. I completely cut that out of my diet.
Yeah.
And I felt better for it too.
Yep.
I'll have a sip once in a blue moon. Like, it's super rare for me to have a sip, but even rarer for me to actually have a can of soda or a cup of soda. It's been such a long time. Anyway, those are just some of the facts I wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
Does anybody have any questions or anything they want to know?
No butter.
What did you say? Taco bout?
Yeah.
Oh no.
I
Oh,
just want to
no.
say too, some of you guys know, some of you don't, that I've been eating really healthy for the past, I think it's been like 3 months, maybe 4, I don't remember. And I'm not gonna lie, there's been days where I'm like, okay, I want this, or I want Taco Bell, or I want to have some junk. And I do notice the difference when I have the junk food and stuff. I don't feel 100%, honestly. My body doesn't feel good afterwards. But when I do the healthy stuff, I have more energy. I'm even more aware, which is weird, I think. But I'm more aware, and I don't have soda all the time anymore. And you guys know I used to drink soda and energy drink like crazy.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I don't feel drained anymore. I feel better all the time. But there are still days where I do decide, like, hey, I want a burrito from Taco Truck today, which we're all going to have those days. Just because you're eating healthy doesn't mean you can't have a cheat day. It's okay to do that.
Yep.
make sure what you're putting in your body most of the time is good for you.
Yeah. And that's one thing too that people may not know. This is not like a widely put out there study, but there have been studies shown that when you're very consistent with a healthy eating habits and healthy diet, and you decide to have a cheat meal, some studies have shown that it helps you lose weight because your body has to work harder to get rid of that food, and it has to increase your metabolism a little bit, which it wasn't used to doing because you're eating so healthy and you're eating the good stuff that was making it easier to digest. So long periods of time of eating healthy, one cheat meal, some studies have shown that it has helped boost your metabolism a little bit.
Yeah. And a lot of people think that when you eat healthy, you have to eat like salads all the time, or you have to eat vegetables all the time, and you have to just only have those type of things. And that's not it. It's not just fruit, vegetables, and salads. You can look for really, and that was kind of my thing too, is what I struggled with, I think, is finding something good that tasted good for me that was healthy. But if you look on Pinterest or Google or whatever, you're going to find all kinds of recipes that are really, really healthy for you. And that are really, really good. And yes, they have veggies, they have meat, they have all kinds of stuff, but they're really good. And there's ways to mix things up so you don't just have salads and fruit all the time and vegetables. You can mix up whatever you want and make it healthy.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
The kids like spaghetti, and I don't eat pasta anymore. So when the kids have spaghetti, I take
drunk and bored.
and I make noodles out of the zucchini instead. So there's ways to kind of work around that stuff. So just keep that in mind when you're wanting to be healthy. You don't have to eat salads and veggies and fruit either.
Yeah. When I first lost weight, I did the same thing Nicole was doing too. I had zucchini noodles. They had the zucchini squash or spaghetti squash. That's what it was. And yeah, it's like noodles, dude. Like you guys, like you can just put some sauce on it. I for myself eat noodles now, but I buy the 100% whole wheat noodles. And tastes good.
Yeah, right.
Tastes fine. Frankie, yeah, right. It tastes good. But it really does. And Nicole was telling the truth there. Like, it doesn't have to be just salads. Like, one of my favorite things to eat when I was losing weight was stuffed bell peppers. So you just cut off the top of a bell pepper. You dig out all the stuff to hollow it out. We would put, like, cooked beef in it. Like, we'd make a meat little stir fry and put it inside the bell pepper. And then we like put it in the oven, cook it in the oven for a little bit to crisp up the bell pepper. And then we'd have like a cauliflower mash on the side. It was really good.
That's good.
Just got to get creative with your healthy eating, guys.
Yep.
Nicole, tell them how much you've lost.
I've lost 21 pounds, guys.
Congratulations.
It's also a mind thing too, I think. For a lot of people, it's in your head. It's, oh my gosh, I'm healthy. I got to do this. I got to do that. But honestly, once you get over that, it's super easy to do. And once your body gets used to it and you get used to it, you don't crave all the junk food anymore. I used to love hot Cheetos, and now if I do eat them, I only have like a bowl instead of like a whole bag. I don't have a whole lot of them. So I do have some little snacks here and there too that aren't necessarily healthy, but that's okay. You just don't go all out and eat the whole bag of it. So
yeah. You guys, if you ever, remember what she said, it could be a mind game. It's a lot of times it's a mental barrier that people have.
That's what I struggled with too.
My dad took healthy.
Oh yeah.
It's like
that's the one thing I struggled with.
You want to eat healthy and you want to do better, and then that's when your mind's like, oh, I want chocolate. Oh, I want candy. Oh, I want this. I want that. That's what I think is the hardest part to get over. For me, that's what was the hardest part to handle was like, I honestly don't eat a lot of candy and stuff like that anyway. But it was weird for me that once I got to where I was like, oh, I'm going to eat healthy and this is what I'm going to do. Now I want a candy bar. And I'm like, you don't even really eat candy bars anyway. So that doesn't make sense. It was kind of weird. So yeah, but I don't really crave any of that stuff anymore. So it takes time
Nicole.
to get there, but you will.
Yeah.
Nicole, you like my hair?
I do, Kim. It's cute.
Me too. I like it.
Yeah, it looks good.
It's
All right,
colder
guys.
now.
Well, that's all I had for today.
Yeah.
And hopefully you guys enjoyed some of those myths and facts. We'll probably be doing more of them. And we'll do more walks probably. Easier cardio, maybe just like punching bag stuff. I can't kick and I can't punch like I used to right now. But once we get the surgery taken care of, I don't even know when I'm going to have the surgery.
Having
On
surgery?
Friday. Yeah.
Why?
I went to the ER the other night because I had a hernia.
Oh.
So the doctor, she massaged it back in and everything. She checked out the rest of me to make sure it wasn't like more than just that one.
Yeah.
But she referred me to get surgery done because if left unchecked, it can be like life-threatening.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I can get really.
So
I like
so
your hair, Nicole.
Thank you.
yeah, my brother and I have been getting up though every morning at 6:30 and then going on a 6-mile walk.
Oh wow.
So I've been doing that instead of lifting weights and crazy cardio.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, good job, Lance. Way to keep it moving even when you're struggling.
I'm trying to take a shower.
I got to.
before
I
12.
gained 20 pounds